don't know. I don't know that the gauge can go any higher. I mapped it to a dollar store. We're 4 minutes away. So I'm driving at 4 minutes to a dollar store. Generally they sell gallons or cases of water, so yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if that gauge is right. I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't check the water. I checked the oil. I did that much, but I did not check the coolant to see if it had any. I started to, and I don't know why I stopped, honestly. But we're going to go to the dollar store and get some oil. I'll get you guys a nice walk around to this hoopty. And, oh, she's steaming bad now. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. It's handling the heat rather well. It stinks real bad. But I haven't noticed a loss in power because it doesn't have any to begin with. But we'll make it to the dollar store. And then we'll dump some really cold water in a really hot motor and carry on from there. It only seemed fitting to pull into a water place while we're overheating. So, you know, I was thinking about it. I might have, when I checked the water in this. Oh no, she's mad. Is she puking? Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna guess the thermostat's stuck. I started to wonder if I didn't leave the cap off of the radiator, because I did start to check it and I don't know why I stopped, but she's super mad. She's not just mad, but we'll let her cool down a minute before I touch that cap. We do have a the old generic mall here, the old Dollar General, so we're gonna go in there and get us some water of some sort. Get this girl happy. It's kind of crazy. Other than the steam and the stink, you would never know this thing was 300 and some degrees. But it's fine. Everything's fine. Got us some coolant, and it's been a few minutes, but she's still very angry. She's still percolating there. So I figure we'll go ahead and do a quick walk around so we can find. I'm guessing the thermostat is stuck in this thing, so I'm gonna see if I can find an improvised hammer in this hoopty. I have not looked through this car. He said, does it run? Or I said, does it run? He said, yeah. I said, how many miles is on it? He says, a lot. I was like, cool, I'll take it. And he showed me some rust in the frame, and off we went. But let's see what we can find. Looking for, like I said, looking for something I can beat on that thermostat housing with, because he said his car ran and drove fine, and that ooh, we got a tool bag. I bet he didn't know that was in here. Let's see what we got. Open up. Open up. Come on. We have a wrench. What's that? A few sockets. What's that? Screwdrivers. Looks like this might have been somebody's electrical bag. Yeah. We'll probably get this back to him. I bet he didn't know this was in there. Some cheap Allen wrenches. Yeah, I bet you he didn't know this was in here. Some zip ties. All right, might be able to use those. Doesn't feel like we're not getting a hammer out of that bag. Got a sink. Let's see what's on the other side. Let's see here. The whole purpose, if nobody has figured it out yet, the whole purpose in this car is the duct tape drags. Oh, we got a radio and another radio. So, plans with this car and why I do not care about that 305. One, that's a 305. Nothing wrong with them. It's just not something I want. Two, it's getting a big block. Those of you who don't know, duct tape drag is to run in the regular races, the drag races. Your car is supposed to be $5,000, worth $5,000 or less, and that's judged by the crowd. Basically, we're taking a car with zero value and putting a $5,000 big block in it. So that's our plan for this car. The car is not worth anything, really. I mean, it's a guy could derby it, I guess, but frame's rotten, the body's rotten, obviously the motor overheats. So that's where we're at with it. Let's take a look in the trunk. Still looking for that hammer. Lordy. So surely if it used oil, they weren't buying Valvoline to put in it. You wouldn't. Some people just want all the attention. That's a joke. I'm not upset with the fire department by no means. I don't know whether to think this thing is using that oil. Maybe let's just be optimistic. This is his drain or his storage. Let's go with that. That says sealed superpower. What? I think that's some kind of cleaner. There's a jack handle. There's our hammer up there. Let's see if there's something easier in here. Oh, that one's leaking. That's not good. Man, on a positive note, what says coolant? You got coolant in it? On a positive note, we'll never be short of jugs again. Some Kmart hubcaps. There's got to be something in this mess. I don't see anything in there that I want to touch that's not covered in oil. I'm going for the tire iron. Oh, give it to me. Let go. Get it. Ouch. Got it. Took off part of my phone. All right, let's go fix the thermostat. The hood's still leaking. Right there. Right there. Boy, that's hard to do. Right there. She puked out a lot of antifreeze. Man, I can't show you my thumb, but that freaking hurts. The old deck lid took a bite out of it. Another thing I noticed while driving this is the oil light will not go off. It is it's a persistent little light, and I don't know what to think on that. Ooh, not rattling though, so I'm going to say that sending unit for that dummy light is probably bad. But let's see if we can fix this thermostat. It's got to fix it, right? Can't really get a good whack on it, you know what I mean? That didn't sound right at all saying that. I apologize. Oh boy. That fella about ran over that lady's car. All right. No rags. That's hot as could be. Stuffed a rag down in there that's now covered in hot antifreeze. We got floor mats. Oh, it's floor mats stuck to the floor. Oh man. Oh, how long do you think that's been in there? I don't think that's been moved since new. Looks like a rag to me. Oh, it's so hard and crusty that I can't grip. Oh, that's super sticky. That was glued in. Who glues in their floor mats? Maybe it just melted? I don't know. Anyway, I can't get that to mold around the cap to turn the cap off. That ain't happening. Nope. That's just gonna make me angry. Huh. Was there a rag back here? Oh yeah, look at that. We'll triple them bad boys up. We'll get her done. Yep, I'm not sticking my hand in them gloves. I should probably go ahead and get a cap off of this water so I can dump it on my 3rd-degree burns here in a minute. Oh, these people are angry with my parking job. They can't fit their car through that giant hole. Man, why won't that come loose?
Why don't you drop it 50 times? Get in the car.
What? I don't know what's going on with this cap. I cannot. There it goes. Oh yeah, she's angry again. Relieve that pressure off of it. And so those of you who don't know, and I can't remember the exact temperatures, but when coolant's under pressure, it's harder for it to boil. So when you let pressure off of it, opening the cap, it's going to boil then. So that's what we just did. So now we're going to let it quit boiling again. I'm not sticking my hand in that. Alrighty, it's been a few minutes. Let's see if we can get this cap off without dying. And that cap is stout. What is going on? I cannot. I don't know what the deal is. I cannot get that cap to move. I can't touch it either. There might be such a thing, that thing just got that much pressure on it. That is it's only a 15-pound cap. Man, am I just that freaking weak? I cannot make that cap move. Good grief, I'm gonna have to put the phone down. Good news, I got the cap off. Bad news is I didn't check the obvious and the belt shredded. So, yeah. That was probably the first time it's seen more than 2,000 RPMs when I pulled out to get on the highway. I did not bring any belts, anything, and the generator light didn't come on. That's interesting. Let's dig in the trunk, see if we can find a belt. Had some other stuff in here, but that belt is probably the same age as I am. Let's see what we got in here. There's some stuff. Can we get lucky? This is really gross. There's a belt. That's not it. There's another belt. That's not it either. I don't know what they're doing with those. Plug wires. Cap for the brain pan. What's cool is it's Sunday. and it's about the time for all the parts stores to be closed. And if I would have noticed that that was a belt that was gone and that was our problem, I could have already got to a parts store. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I drove past a parts store to get here. I was just thinking cheap water because it was low on water was my thoughts. No, it just doesn't have a belt. That does not mean we're not going to drive to a parts store. All right. Yeah, I'm going to fill it up with cold water, put the cap back on, map it to a parts store, see what's the closest. If it's close enough, I might just walk. Let's see what we got here. Let me pull out the old computer pocket computer here. Let's see here. I think I drove past a AutoZone. Let's see here. I did not drive past an AutoZone. I drove past a... Why does Lowe's come up for a freaking parts store? We'll look in the direction that I want to go. Let's go there. So, let's see here. Southside Auto Care. Yeah. I don't understand why the stuff that's coming up, why it's coming up. AutoZone, O'Reilly's are clear at the other end of town. I could have swore there was O'Reilly's coming into town. Maybe it went out of business? It's still not showing up. Oh, nothing like buying parts that you have at the shop for a car that you don't want to buy parts for because it's got to make it home and that's it. So, but that's what we're going to do. Yeah, all right. Let's see here. 1.3 miles. I think we can make it. All right. I'm going to put the phone down, put some water in this thing, and get to a parts store as fast as I can, see if we can find a belt. Man, it's gotten muggy. It's warm out. Got a belt on. Just did the old pry and pray with the tire iron and slid her over. I do not have any tools with me whatsoever. So got that on. Luckily it was only $12 at O'Reilly, so that wasn't as bad as I expected. Shout out to O'Reilly's for cheap belts. And it was what brand was it? Master Pro. Alrighty. Let's see if she stays together. Yeah. That's from eating the dust off this headliner. Oh, it's horrible. All right. What's weird, I had no dummy light come on with that. Temperature gauge is down to a normal level. Let's see if we got dash lights. No, we even have headlights. That's always a bonus. Yeah, so we're down. I don't know how well you can see that. We're back down to around 160, so we're going to hit the road, put on our belt, so that's one less ticket if we get pulled over. And let's probably hit the back roads instead of the highway. Yeah, okay, that's as annoying as the freaking sun visor. That locked earlier was real nice like, but anyway, let's hit some roads, back roads, and get this hoopty home. miles or so, and that might work, so that's cool. But the oil pressure light is holding steady. I don't know if you can see that, but oil pressure light's holding steady. She ain't burnt out yet. I won't say she ain't hooked up right, whatever, because if we didn't have oil pressure, we'd have done been walking a long time ago. But temperature's slowly creeping up on us. We are we're pushing 220 right now, but we're going to keep sending her. It's fine. Been a minute since I drove anything that sits on the ground like that. But she made it home. The longer I drove it, the warmer it got and the worse the transmission got. So I'm not so sure. It's my fault. I never checked the fluid level in the transmission because I didn't really care about a 200 R4. But I've drove those before, or had transmissions before get hot, and it actually heats the motor up when the cooler's still in the radiator. So that might be what's going on. In the end, I'm not real worried about it. I will check the fluid before we dismantle it and see if I can make it work properly. Austin has showed an interest this weekend in building a flamethrower. This last weekend was our big, actually today was the last day. So Austin has showed some interest in building a car with flamethrowers on it. This would be a perfect drivetrain for something like that because we don't care about it because we know he's going to blow it up. So that might be where this drivetrain ends up. I don't have a use for it, but I'll give you guys a little bit better of a walk around on this thing. Alicia was holding the camera for us there for a second, but let me zoom out a little bit on this thing. This thing is rough. Every panel has got rust. That's not panel, that is duct tape down there along the bottom. So she's got some camouflage there. The duct tape has failed in the back. So, and she comes with the sinks. I guess the trunk lid, nope, I lied. I'll say the trunk lid might be all right, but it's not. Lish, could you do me a huge favor and grab the flashlight? Is that still in the car? Yeah, if you could grab me a flashlight, that would be awesome. I want to show you guys the frame rails in the back of this. This thing is, she's high miles, all right? And the previous owner says he's had this since the early 2000s. I want to show you guys something. You can't really see it. I tried to turn on the headlights there, but just no room to get in here. Check this out. If we can get to where you can see it. That shows 93,000 miles. According to, that shows 93,000 miles, and according to the previous owner, that's 293,000, which by as anemic as it is, as far as power goes, I would agree. Even for a 305, this thing is a turd. And like I said, the more I drove it, the more it slipped and took forever to catch in each gear. And judging by that appearance of everything in here, it has never been out. I would say that's the original drivetrain. So cool, let's just got us a light. I want to show you guys something back here. I'm hoping that tech doesn't say anything about this as far as drag racing it, but check out that frame rail. Isn't she nice? So that's what we got to work with on this one. Plans. I know some of you guys are new to the channel and have not seen any of our other stuff. This rig, I want to flip the phone around here. This rig is our purpose-built burnout truck. We call it the garbage truck because it's built out of garbage. Everything on this truck body-wise was heading to the scrapyard. The cab and the core support are from a big truck. It was a single axle semi, and we took it off, built a custom chassis for it. The chassis is pretty decent. Uses a square body front engine cradle, and everything else is junk. The actual inside of the bed is off of a square body, and we hung these bed sides over the inners of the square body bed, and she's pretty floppy. Tailgate's just welded on, and I mean, I don't know how well you can see that, but she's junk. Only thing this thing does is burnouts. It's not road legal, it's not plated, it's not insured, none of that crap. 6.0 LS, twin turbos, and it hammers to beat hell. So, was not expecting this. We fired this up to take it to the car show this weekend. And you want to take this for me? Of course, whenever you want to show somebody something. Oh, there it is. It's starting now. I hope you guys can hear that. Hammering. So, let me get this shut off. She's hammering pretty good. Literally did a burnouts at our last competition over at the Rockabilly Ruckus in Ohio. No problems out of it as far as, you know, it wasn't hammering, nothing like that. And put it in a trailer. Loaded the trailer, had no noise. Unloaded it out of the trailer, moved it in out of the shop. Did all that stuff. Went out and loaded some stuff in the bed of it to take it to the swap meet, and pulled it back in and it started knocking. Literally never seen more than 2,000 RPMs that time, but it decided to knock. So something I obviously had to let go during that last burnout is what it is. So the plans, duct tape drags, this is all getting pulled out and it's getting a big block. I don't know how good of a big block it's going to get, but it's not going to be stock. I've got 3 big blocks to build 2 out of for this show. One's going in here, one's going in at Caprice. This has got a pretty decent Turbo 350 in it already, and we ran out of memory card, so starting over. Anyway, this is getting a new big block. Not new, but new to it. Giving up on the Turbo LS for now. I literally have $10,000 in that drivetrain, and I've got less than 10 burnouts out of it. And I don't know, the motor was used, it wasn't new. I have $10,000 in engine management, fuel delivery, all that. So not real happy about that, is what it is. I'm not out $10,000, I don't mean to imply that. It just, I spent a lot of money to get that together and haven't been impressed. So anyway, I've got this 454. It is seized from sitting. That is probably what's gonna go in the burnout truck. I have said, I don't know how far we're gonna go with this. It may go in there stock, it may go in there crazy. I have Brodex heads and stuff I can throw on that and some other good parts. I don't know that we'll make it to that. The Caprice, well, Parisienne, same thing as a Caprice. I have the 454 that came from the storage unit that I bought. If you guys haven't seen that video, we bought a storage unit full of big block parts and tools and stuff over in Ohio. One of the things in that unit was a brand new 454 for a boat. So that is what's going to go in here. Cast iron heads, but they're good heads. I have no idea what cam's in it. So we'll put it in there and run it real conservative. That's the plan. I might, if I have time, I'm gonna tear into it and see what we got. I don't know, but the boat 454 is gonna go in this with the turbo 400 off the seized up motor. That's gonna go in here. Hoping to change the rear end. This has got a 7.5 inch 10 bolt in it. We will grenade that for sure. First time we get any traction. So that's where we're at. I know this isn't the greatest video or the longest video, but I want to give everybody an update with what we're doing. And it is, I'm not BSing you guys. It is, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not, I don't know. Come on, phone. It is September, let me just go to the calendar because it's not wanting to show up. It is September 28th. Can you guys see that? We don't have much time. We've got basically 2 weeks before we got to leave. And if I remember right, it's 1,700 miles one way for us to get to Arizona. So not a lot of time. If you guys want to follow along with this on social media, we're SNAGTOWN Garage on Facebook. And if you guys would, hit the like button, leave us a comment, subscribe, all that, you know how that stuff goes with YouTube. I'm going to try to get this video out here soon and try to do 2 more videos before we leave. I don't know how much I'm going to video with the short amount of time we have to do 2 engine swaps plus build 2 engines. So thanks for watching this one, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. What are you doing? You approve? To pass the sniff test? What's it smell like? Check it out. Get in. Get in. Uh-oh, here comes Big Dog. I hear him. What do you think, Roscoe? Roscoe. Check it out.